Let's take a moment to picture two friends, Rick and Sam. Both are intelligent, dedicated, and bring home a similar salary each year. Rick works as a radiologist, earning a high paycheck, but spending long hours at the hospital. He's got his eye on a dream car. Sam, on the other hand, is more reserved and doesn't seek the spotlight. He's got a keen eye for investments, dipping his toes into stocks, real estate, and even a tiny share of a tech startup. Fast forward 10 years, and Rick is left wondering how Sam manages to travel twice a year, seems less stressed about bills, and always looks to be a step ahead, even though their incomes are roughly the same. What's the secret? It all boils down to the fact that not all income is created equal. Most people, including Rick, deal with what's called earned income. That's what you get from your job, like salaries or freelance work. This type of income is typically hit the hardest when it comes to taxes in almost every country. In the US, for example, this could mean a federal income tax rate of up to 37%, on top of payroll taxes for Social Security and Medicare. The government, after all, depends on the hard work of its citizens, right? Here's the kicker, though. The system doesn't reward hard work as much as it rewards ownership. Let's think about Sam for a second. He's figured out that true wealth doesn't come from clocking in long hours. It comes from letting his money do the work. When Sam buys shares in a company and holds on to them for a few years, sells property after it appreciates, or collects dividends from businesses, he's raking in capital gains or portfolio income. And here's the cool part. That kind of income is usually taxed at a much lower rate than what Rick faces, often half, sometimes even less, or maybe nothing at all if Sam plays his cards right with the timing of his investments. How did we end up in this situation? Well, after World War I, governments started realizing they needed to encourage citizens to invest in companies, buy homes, and help the economy grow. So they decided to tax capital gains and increases in asset value at significantly lower rates. Fast forward to today, and we see what financial experts refer to as the investor's advantage. The government actually nudges people towards ownership instead of just earning. Let's look at some numbers to drive this point home. Imagine both Rick and Sam make $200,000 a year. Rick's income as a doctor gets hit hard with taxes. By the time everything's settled, he might be left with around $140,000. Meanwhile, Sam sells stock he's owned for 3 years, and his profits match Rick's $200,000. Those profits are taxed as long-term capital gains, typically at only 15%, leaving him with about $170,000, even though his job wasn't all that burdensome. When you multiply that difference over a couple of decades, Sam is ahead by hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions. But wait, there's more. Wealthy individuals, or those guided by savvy mentors, often design their lives around maximizing this advantage. They create businesses, opt for equity compensation instead of straight salaries, reinvest profits rather than cashing out, and time their sales perfectly according to market conditions and tax laws. They often utilize strategies like buy, borrow, die, which allows them to borrow against appreciating assets instead of selling them. This way, they sidestep taxes altogether since borrowing isn't treated as taxable income. It may sound complex, but at its heart, it's all about playing by the rules, not against them. If you think this kind of strategy is only for Americans, think again. In the UK, capital gains are taxed significantly less than regular income. In Australia, if you hold an asset for over a year, you get a 50% tax discount. Countries like Singapore and Germany might not charge any capital gains tax at all. Globally, the trend seems to be encouraging investment over mere hard work. Now, let's get real. Many people hang on to their jobs seeking security, pushing for raises or promotions, believing the only way to get ahead is through more effort. This mindset isn't entirely their fault. It's what society and the education system have drilled into us. But those wealthy families who seem unfazed by economic downturns tend to think more like Sam. They focus on ownership rather than just saving for emergencies. Instead of stashing cash away, they invest in rental properties, put money into funds, create and sell online businesses, and more. Each asset is like a little worker, tirelessly generating income even while they sleep, allowing them to enjoy life instead of being slaves to their jobs. This approach isn't just limited to billionaires. You can start small. Set aside a portion of your income each month, invest for the long haul, and educate yourself on what capital gains and passive income mean for your financial situation. Don't get disheartened if it feels like a slow start. Compound growth tax benefits and the comfort of a sleep while you earn income are crucial for lasting financial independence. The takeaway? It's high time we valued ownership. The world is changing rapidly with automation, AI, and globalization, making traditional jobs more precarious and skills becoming outdated quickly. But assets, stocks, businesses, real estate don't face obsolescence. They can increase in value while you rest, offer you more freedom, and protect you from the unpredictable nature of the job market. If you're eager to join the ranks of those who steadily progress and thrive, take the time to learn how the tax code favors those who build and hold on to assets rather than just those who toil and spend. True freedom isn't about working harder. It's about making your money work for you. And it all starts today with some knowledge, a small investment, and a shift in how you think about wealth.